Hello, and welcome to my page. My name is Ryan Griffin, and whether you've been following me for a while or whether you're brand new, I just want to give you some information as to who I am, where I've come from, and what I'm up to now, because a lot of things have changed since I've had a real presence here on Instagram or online. So, my name is Ryan Griffin. I've been training for about 15 years. And even prior to becoming a trainer, I was really focused on fitness and health. I worked out from a very young age. In high school, I was captain of my football team and captain of my lacrosse team, and really loved being physical and wanted to pursue that. However, after high school, I kind of got mixed up into some drugs, and drugs really became my way of life. So I got into a very unhealthy habits, very unhealthy mindset, and it wasn't until a couple years later that I ended up getting free from that. But back in September 29th, 2006, I walked into the doors of a facility and was able to get myself free from the addictions that I'd fallen into. From that point, in that program, I also found that I loved working with people. And that's where I also started doing biblical counseling and spiritual leadership. So, as two things that I became certified in that program, learning to work with people. From there, I left that program after spending about 2 years in that program. And I left not really sure of a direction, but I knew that I didn't belong in a traditional church setting. And so I left that program and I found myself in the gym a lot, and then I was encouraged from there to become a personal trainer, to which I did. And early on in my career, I learned that people are very unique, and people had a lot of workarounds. Sometimes it's previous injuries, sometimes they just never learned how to do something or had to relearn how to do something. And that became the basis for a lot of people that I would work with. So I really became movement focused, and that movement focus helped me to either get somebody out of pain and become pain free, or figure out the movement that was required to help them excel with their performance. From there, I went into Gold's Gym as a trainer after spending some other time at some other facilities, and I quickly took over that department and became the head trainer at that Gold's Gym. After some time there, I outgrew that facility after really redoing pretty much a lot of the training in that club and in a majority of the clubs in the area after my impact that I had on that club. From there, I went into training in my home. So this ended up being the first space outside of a traditional space that I started taking clients. And from here, everything became very word of mouth. I got a lot of clients from word of mouth referrals because they were feeling so good and I was making such an impact in them that they told their friends. When I was very small, that was great, and that was all I needed to do to be able to keep my business going. But very quickly, I expanded from this small space into a space more than double this space and then 5x that, because I doubled my space from here to my next location, and after that, I 5x that location into my bigger space, and that was a space that I really started to step into my own. So we had full training clients, we had full boot camp classes, we had a whole big facility, and that's where I started to take on some things from some other trainers and from some other entrepreneurs, and I allowed my gym to be impacted, and we really focused and crushed it with weight loss. But I didn't really feel like it was my true identity or who I was as a trainer. And then, sadly, COVID hit. COVID hit and crushed our gym as far as the demographic that I served was a majority was over 50 years old. So a majority of my clientele stopped coming in the doors as soon as COVID hit. And after fighting with it for a while, we ended up having to shut our doors. I was very upset about it. I was very distraught, but a couple of good things really came out of COVID for me. And that is, it made me realize that it didn't matter how good my programming could be or how much I could help somebody with their knee pain or their neck pain or back pain or shoulder pain, whatever it was, if I couldn't get them to step foot in the gym because they didn't feel like they were safe enough or healthy enough to be there. So that was one direction that it took me. The other direction is realizing that I was burning myself out at the gym. I lived at that gym. Ever since my days at Gold's Gym, it had become a habit for me to basically live and spend all my time in the gym taking care of people and not enough time taking care of myself and not giving myself enough time. And that was from not having some of the experience in business and to set some things up to really be able to get my time back. And so there are some things that I've learned there. But one of the things that's really done for me is really made me value time and being able to deliver and fulfill and help people meet their goals in both a very short time as well as what's the most efficient for them. So when I was in a gym setting, I really found the process. I found the formula to get somebody from being in pain all the way to having high performance. Or if they weren't in pain, I knew here are the movements to unlock you if you are weak and tight. Here are how to move you all the way to being very strong. So with my own background, I have both competed in both bodybuilding, and I have several trophies in that, as well as powerlifting, where at around 185 pounds, I was squatting about 600 pounds. I ended up though tearing my ACL at around 610. So that made me really reevaluate and know how to get into a problem that someone might have and find their solution. So when I had my gym, I would let anybody walk in because I knew that no matter what your problem was, I was going to have some magic that helped you no matter what your goal was. But now, as I'm kind of refining everything down, and I'm going to be looking at everything that I do in fitness, nutrition, and anything else that is kind of in that realm, whether it's breathing, meditation and mindset, a whole host of other things that I feel are pertinent to fitness and strength training. I'm going to be looking at everything through the lens of back pain. How does it impact back pain? How do we get you out of back pain? How do we move from back pain to high performance? So I'll be both having things on this channel that are stretches, exercises. I'll have nutrition do's and don'ts. I'll have the foods that are going to help you be pain-free. I'm going to have the foods that might also be causing your pain. And I'm also going to be having things like breathing, meditation, maybe a little bit of spirituality, mindset, all those things that I feel are critical to helping you be in the right state of mind to hit your goals and to really move the needle forward. So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for tuning into this page. And stay tuned as I really want to deliver quality content that is going to help you on your own get pain-free. But if you don't and you want some help, that's what I'm here for. So I look forward to interacting with you. Thanks for watching.